One of the things that I think makes it so easy for a person to walk away from the faith, I think, is the fact that the basis upon which a person believes is also the reason for which they can disbelieve. So if I believe on the basis of intellect, like this scratches my intellectual, oh, okay, archaeologically, I can find support for the Old Testament. Oh, yes, the resurrection is falsifiable by these particular standards. Oh, yeah, historically, I can find evidence for the existence of Christ. Okay, those all scratch the intellectual itch. So if I come into the faith on the basis of intellectualism, then I can also be rattled on the same basis if that's the only Jenga piece. And what I believe is the thing that we have to begin to do is build more pillars around our faith. Because if our faith is built on only one pillar, then the moment that pillar is challenged, because all it takes is an alternative perspective. If let's just say you buy in on the basis of intellectualism, all it takes is an alternative perspective that's equally as convincing as the one that drew you into the opposite end.
Yeah.
That's all it'll take. That's the one Jenga piece. Or I could buy in on the basis of an experience. So it could be intellectual, it could be experiential, it could be emotional, it could be practical. If I buy in on the basis of any one of those things, if I come in because I had an experience, signs, wonders, spiritual gifts at work, if I've seen God do it, if I come in on the basis of an experience exclusively and only hold that experience as the primary reason for which I'm anchored in the faith, then the moment I see on the other side, let's just say if we start, dabbling in, spirituality, African spirituality, Yoruba spirituality, but if you start dabbling in New Ages, let's just say you start, you sit with a psychic and you start to ask yourself, well, what's the difference between the psychic and the prophet? Because now I got the same experience on the other side, you see? So if I believe on the basis of experience exclusively, you pull the Jenga piece and the whole thing collapses. If you stick with that logic, where I land is here. What that tells me is that my faith has to be built on at least 4 pillars. So if I get shaken intellectually, I still got my experience. Shaken emotionally, I still got the practical implications of my faith. So I think that one of the things that will help us, and as we're kind of building our faith so that we're not so easily swayed, because that's what Paul talks about, not being easily swayed by, various winds of doctrine.